Hello and hi folks, it's Lev. Welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new, I use he, him pronouns. Today is Tuesday, October 25th, 2022 and it's almost 8 p.m. and I am one day post-op. I got teeth yesterday. You may have seen my pre-top surgery documentation video and also the one with me in hospital. And if I sound tired, it's because I am, but at the same time, I want to get all my thoughts out in a video and document it before I forget all the details, so it's sort of a conflict. And I want to talk about the whole top surgery process, and I'm sorry if I'm half dazed, but I'm just really tired and I didn't sleep well, but I also want to get thoughts at the same time also for me in terms of future documentation. So yes, I was admitted yesterday, Monday, October 24th, 2022 at 6 a.m. They showed me around, they took me to my own room, luckily. In the form, I requested my own room if possible. They might have put me in a room with another person if there was no space, but I preferred a room to myself and luckily I got that. Showed me to my room. I got dressed into the hospital gown. I'll put some photos in later. Into the hospital gown. Hung in there for a while. First I don't remember the order now. I don't remember the order. It was the nurse who came to see me, check up on me, and then I don't remember the order of the anesthetist or the surgeon. I think it was the surgeon. The surgeon came in to see me and then drew lines on my chest and around my breast, like made markings of where to like cut and stuff for the surgery. Looked like an art piece. Drew made markings and then later the anesthetist came to saw me. They all came to my room to see me individually before surgery, intermittently. Anesthetist came into the room, asked a few questions, checked up on me, and then I was chilling in my room. I wore the compression socks. I'm still wearing it, by the way. Like, I'll throw in photos later with some words so you'll understand. The compression socks goes up to my knees is to prevent blood clotting, and it's because also after surgery I barely moved. Basically, I was staying in bed a lot of the time, all the time really, unless I needed to go to the bathroom. And since I wasn't moving my legs or much of my body, they told us to wear this so that blood doesn't get clot in my leg. And they also attached my calves to this machine at the end of the bed that was like, so it was sort of like a calf massager. It was like, so basically it gets blood circulating in my leg the entire day and night. So basically the only time I wasn't wearing that is when I took it off to go to the bathroom or to go brush my teeth. Every time I get out of bed, I'll call the nurse. They'll come in, unhook the IV, unhook the calf massager blood circulating thing. And then when I get back into bed, press the nurse button again, they come, hook back the IV and the salt thing and hook up the calf massage machine back on my leg. There was a little intermission between me filming that last segment and now, so I'm trying to get back on track. Yes, they had the calf massaging thing on both of my legs the whole night. Otherwise, my legs would clot because I don't move it. Especially after surgery, I've been a lot of time in bed. Also, I'm running out of oxygen and I sound a lot more tired because I'm wearing this. I realized it's because I'm wearing this compression vest and it's putting a lot of pressure on my chest. And it's a lot harder to breathe, so that's why I'm also very tired. And yes, I still have drains on. Yeah, so different specialists came to see me. And then when it was time for me to go to theatre, I had to wear, do you know the things that the surgeons wear? Like, it looks like a shower cap. I wore one of those too. One of the theatre techs walked me to the theatre waiting room and that's when they did like last minute paperwork checks and stuff. And I was sitting on the seat, waiting for the theater tech to make sure everyone was ready before they called me in. And I was just waiting outside in the chair. There's a clock in front of me, and I was just watching it tick, 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 tick. It was like around 8:15 a.m. from memory. And I was just like thinking, these are like the last few moments before I go under and I wake up and my chest is different. It was like tick, 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 and I was just like, I don't know how I felt. Like I felt something. I don't know how I felt. I don't have the word for it. I was just watching it, and then they're like, "Oh, we're ready." And then I walked in. I started walking. I walked through the sinks where the surgeons wash their hands. I walked into theater, massive room, bed in the middle. Yeah, walked in. The theater room was massive. One bed in the middle. That was where I was going, and there was like machinery everywhere. It was a lot of space around the bed. And they were like, when I lay on the bed, there were like two people working on me at the same time. The theater tech person was like making sure I was comfortable, putting pillows underneath my knees, getting the gown ready and stuff. Whereas the anesthetist was jabbing a needle into my hand, and getting that ready. At first, she tried to jab it here, like this area of my hand. And when it was jabbed in, I felt it like it wasn't secure, and I felt that it wasn't secure, and the anesthetist also knew because like they're like, and then eventually jabbed me here, and the needle stayed here, all of yesterday, and then till I was discharged this morning, it was secure here, but here it was not secure, so that yeah didn't end up staying there. Yeah, I was laid down and then jabbed me with the needle, inserted the needle into my vein. The last few things I remembered was the lab, the the theater tech person putting a pillow underneath my knees, helping me feel more comfortable. I didn't see the surgeon when I was in there. Maybe he was on the other side. I didn't see him. The anesthetist says, "I'm gonna give you something to help you relax." And at first, I thought it was something to help me like relax, but I would still be awake. And then I just like blacked out. I don't know when. As soon as I heard, it felt like seconds that I just blacked out like this, and then I woke up in my original room with this on, the drains on, and I'm like, and I was wondering how long I was out for. I asked the nurse who came in to check on me, and I remember they said it was like 12 or 5 p.m. So I'm assuming the surgery itself was around 2 hours something, 3 hours. Probably spent some time in recovery room before they pushed me back to my original room. But yeah, that was that. Walked in, massive theater, gonna give you something to relax, blacked out, wake up, and then this was on me. As I was waking up, like it was like I was still like under anesthetic, and I was like half asleep. I had nurses coming in, they were like checking my blood pressure and stuff, I think. And I was like semi-conscious, and then once I could grab my phone, I asked the nurse like, because I in the room I was in, one of the drawers had a lock on it, and then I locked my phone in there as I was doing surgery. I asked one of the nurses to take out my phone, and I started messaging my friends and family, but then I was like half like under like I wasn't fully awake, and I was typing with so many errors, and it's like I knew I was like my eyes were like this, like literally like this, like I couldn't open my eyes fully. It was just like this, and I was like messaging that like I finished my procedure and I'm awake now. I was like made so many grammatical errors, and some of the words were like gibberish, and like I knew that it was wrong, but I just couldn't fix it. Like my brain was still dazed. Like I knew I made so many spelling errors. I knew it logically, but I couldn't like type it and fix it properly. So I sent messages that were like half looked like it was half encrypted, hoping that the person would understand. Yeah. And then like 2-3 hours after that, after I started waking up, I was able to message properly and like not half days write cryptic code to people. Yeah, spent a lot of time in bed. The first time I got up to use the bathroom after surgery was painful, and it was hard. It's also painful now just getting up and sitting down and doing stuff. The first time using the bathroom after surgery, I was just like, I was asking this, how do I move? Like, how do I get up and move in a way that I won't tear my scars up again? Even now when I move, I'm only like 1 day post-op, or like 2 days if you count most of yesterday. Just being very careful how I move. Yeah, and it was just like a lot of shuffling, just holding myself up slowly, trying to use my arms and my legs and not so much my chest to get up. I did feel a little dizzy when I got up the first time. I was holding onto walls and stuff. Yeah, it started getting easier. Like, it was easier like this morning compared to yesterday, but I'm still like very careful with how I move and just avoiding getting up and down where unnecessary. So I missed lunch yesterday. Like, as I was waking up in the room, it was like 12 something, and I didn't eat until 3 something. I ended up getting like a sandwich, but I didn't get the lunch meal that I was hoping I would get, like a veggie lasagna, because I had to wait for the surgeon to come in to check my chest before I could eat and drink again, which is fair. I think checking for swelling or something, and maybe would have to go back into theatre. I don't know. But then it was all good, so I was able to eat. Gave me a lot of meds. Also, when I woke up, I was connected to an IV drip hanging like a salt bag. And they also gave me antibiotics through the IV in my hand. And a lot of meds. Like, I took a lot of meds yesterday. One med was like slow release Panadol. The other one was antibiotics. And they might have given me an even stronger painkiller. Right now I'm at home and I have to take Panadol and antibiotics 4 times a day. Plus they gave me extra strong painkiller, which I can take if I need to, which I probably will, because at the time of filming this video, I'm feeling more pain now than yesterday or this morning. Especially the left nipple, which was my breast on that side pre-surgery was bigger than my right side. So yeah, and so far it seems to have drained more blood into the blood bag than the right side. Yeah, very strong meds. They gave me a lot of meds. Like at 3 a.m. the nurse last night came in and also gave me meds, and I didn't sleep very well because I'm not used to sleeping on just my back. Like, I like sleeping lying on my side, but I can't exactly lie on my side. Firstly, because drains are in. Secondly, even when drains are out, I will squish my nipple and my chest and put pressure on it by lying on my side, and that will not help. So I have to temporarily sleep on my back, and it's just very uncomfortable. Not used to it. That's why I was like, didn't sleep as in like fully REM deep sleep. It was just like sleep. I was like semi-conscious the whole time. That's why like when the nurses came in or someone's approaching the door, I was just like sort of, my nerves would just like shock myself awake, and then it was like, and then I would like be conscious like fully, and then I would just know people coming in and out. Yeah, I think that's the other reason why I'm a bit dazed today, because I just haven't slept properly, and sleep deprivation doesn't do well for me, or poor quality sleep doesn't do well for me. Yeah. In terms of food and drink, I told them all about my food allergies: no onion, no garlic, no gluten, no dairy, and they made custom food for me. Like, I had chicken. It was like, it wasn't charcoal chicken. It was like, I think roast chicken with veggies. Actually, I'm just gonna put photos in the end of the video because I don't remember. It was like, they made food customary. There was like a cake that was gluten-free and dairy-free too. I had some fruit. The sandwich I had yesterday was also catered towards my allergies. I had soy milk, which was nice. It's just, yeah, they catered towards stuff I needed, and I didn't have to worry about that, which was really, really nice. For someone with food allergies going into hospital. I watched some SpongeBob this morning. I mean, in the room I also had TV. It was like the main channels, and also there was Fox, and then I found Nickelodeon, which I was watching SpongeBob on. It was nice. I haven't watched SpongeBob in a while, and I was meaning to find SpongeBob somewhere on Netflix, but they don't really have it. Yeah. So I haven't showered for the past 2 days because no showering when the drains are in. I have my drains taken out tomorrow, and then after that I would be able to shower. I'll have to take this off, this compression vest and these pads off, I think, to shower, and then put them back on after I finish showering. The specialist nurse is gonna show me tomorrow, I believe, how to do all that properly. And also just things I've been doing in general, like it's just so much more tedious. Like something I've like before told me when I'm not in this state of health and recovery and my body's in this state, like it was so easy for me to do, and now it's so tediously excruciating to do. Like, for example, I had to climb on 4 stairs this morning to get to the car park when my dad was picking me up, and just climbing 4 steps was painful and tedious. Usually I would just bolt up the stairs in like 2 seconds, just skip stairs and just bolt up in 2 seconds. And just things like walking in general, moving, I have to be so much more mindful of, otherwise I'm gonna hurt myself. Just being more mindful of how I move, how to get up properly, how to sit down properly, my posture, you know, whether being mindful of where I'm putting pressure on my chest or not. Everything I just have to be more mindful of, otherwise I'm gonna end up hurting myself. I can't do things the same way that I usually do. And in the pre-top surgery documentation video, I said I usually go up here guns and blazing, and I have to turn it down here, down this level. I underestimated how much I have to tone it down. I guessed here when in my other video, I'm going like way below. Tone it down all the way to the bottom. Tone it all the way down, literally. Because it's just basically now I have to learn how to exist. And I don't like, and learning how to do nothing, which is really hard for me because I don't like sitting still. I don't like doing nothing, which is probably why, this is partially why I'm filming this video today. Even though this is compressing me and I have drains in, and it's only 1 day since I had surgery, yesterday, because I have way too much thoughts and energy I need to get out. I don't know if energy is the right word. Maybe not physical energy, but like just getting something out and doing something. And this is like I played video games before. This is probably the other safe option. I'm just talking on camera. I'm not really moving. I'm not really doing anything strenuous, and it's getting stuff out, which helps a lot because I'm doing something still. Yeah, so I had to turn it down a lot and just learn how to do nothing. Like I do a little bit of stuff, and then I get tired really easily, and I have to rest. Like just close my eyes and just lean against the pillow and rest, because it just drains me out so much more quickly. Just doing some little thing drains me out so much more quickly. Even like sitting there watching like Netflix for like half an hour will just drain the shit out of me. Like that might sound weird, and that doesn't happen when I'm not in this state. It just drains me so much. I'm just like, oh, I'm just so tired now. I just want to do nothing, and I just close my eyes and rest for like half an hour, and I'm like, okay, I have a little bit more energy now, and I go do some other little burst or something, and then I'm just like, okay, I need to rest again. Like, yeah, turn it down completely. Like I have no choice. As for the emotional side of this, I touched on a little bit. When I woke up, this might sound really weird, but I felt the same as I was before I went into the theater. Like the anticipation was gone because I woke up with drains and this on my chest. So I'm like, ah, it's done. But I haven't been able to see my chest properly yet. That's why I haven't been hit with that super euphoric high. I mean, when there were points where the surgeon and the nurses were like unzipping it and checking my chest, like they were like feeling like pressure here. And then when they removed the padding for like 2 seconds to touch it, I looked down as I was lying on my bed. They were doing it while I was lying down. I saw it; it was flat, and I'm like, oh wow. But like the full reality of it hasn't hit me yet, because I haven't seen it in its full glory. I only saw it briefly for like 2 seconds each time, which was not enough for my brain to fully comprehend what has actually happened here. Like I know it happened, but then I haven't been able to witness it fully. That's why I haven't been hit with that, oh fuck, like this is really real, like you had top surgery. Like it hit me like, because I have drains in, right? But it's not the same thing as seeing my chest tomorrow, most likely tomorrow, in its full glory, and be like, fuck, like it's real. This is you. Like look in the mirror and being like, this is you. This is what you've wanted for so long. The reality now is here. This is you. You have a masculinized chest. You have no more breasts. And it's like, it's gonna be surreal. At the point of filming this video, the time of filming this video, that hasn't happened yet, because I haven't taken out drains yet. So it will hit me like tomorrow, or most likely tomorrow, Wednesday, October 26th, 2022. I'm filming this on Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. Yeah, it'll probably hit me tomorrow really hard. And I'm waiting for that moment where I see it in full glory. And that's all for this video, folks. And future left documentation, filming this for two reasons. One, future documentation for self, especially now that I'm in this state. Like I can't fake this. Like I ain't faking this state. Like if I watch back this video say next week and be like, oh Lev, this is where you were on day 2 of your post-op journey, tired and filming a video. Second reason is to share my experiences and with other people, and also increase representation of culturally diverse trans folk, especially Vietnamese Australian trans folk. Yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. And if future lab watching this, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be in a much better state of recovery than you are now. Yeah,